Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for a little bit today. It is Sunday, so you already know it's mimosas and makeup. And I have my Euphoria. Y'all know this is like my go-to, so that's what we're doing today. So I've been sitting on this for a little bit. This is the Fashion Africa collection of palettes by Eunique Beauty. This will be my first time trying out the brand. So if you want to hear a little bit about this brand, what they're about, well, that's about the brand, and see some looks with these gorgeous, gorgeous palettes. Keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy, if it makes you happy, if it's your escape, and if you really, really love eyeshadow, definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. Y'all hear Marky? So as soon as I saw this, huh? You can watch TV downstairs. You have the whole basement. The door. Why not? There's no TV up there though. I'm recording. The door. I'm sorry. The door. No, the door.
No Starburst.
No Starburst right this second.
Dessert time?
At dessert time, yes, you can have Starburst. Dessert train. Okay. So as soon as I saw these palettes in this collection, I knew I wanted them. I really loved the design and the artwork on this collection. The only other thing that this is similar to maybe my Juvia's place. So aside from that, I don't have any like African inspired makeup, and so I thought this would be something special to add to the collection. Now Eunique Beauty is also a special brand because they are a Black owned indie brand in the UK. I actually printed out some information. I just wanted to just read from the website because I thought it was really interesting. So it says Eunique Beauty is a small UK based beauty company owned by two Ghanaian Italian sisters. Two interesting facts about us: we are a self-taught indie makeup brand that works very hard to create all products. The name Eunique Beauty comes from combining the word EU, meaning good, well, of Greek origin, and the word unique, pronounced Unique Beauty. Eunique Beauty launched its first beauty product in April 2016 with 10 matte liquid lipsticks and expanded since then with other beauty products. We aspire to provide good quality products and good customer service by keeping the uniqueness of our brand and enhance the unique beauty of our customers with handmade products. Eunique Beauty is a two-women show, from the design to the packaging, concept, color story, shades, pigments, names, formula, pressing the eyeshadows, operations, marketing, and customer service. Our products are handmade and hand pressed in London, and they are vegan, friendly, and cruelty free. We ensure to provide the highest quality of products at a reasonable price, as we believe everybody deserves to be able to enhance their natural beauty. Every single item we create are inspired or connected to our everyday life experiences, from childhood memories to current, which people can relate to. So, and they say, welcome to this journey with us, and we hope you stay. Eunique Beauty team. I just like how they summed up everything about their brand. And so, you know, when you're getting something from them that, like they said, it's a two-women show, they do everything. They have a few collections and they call them like magazines. So I think there's a Japan inspired one. There is spring cleaning one. And this is the Fashion Africa launch. Now this came with 3 palettes. There were some lip glosses, blushes, and highlighters, but I chose to get the 3 palettes. Now these 3 palettes together were $74.95. When you open up the packaging, let me just show it to you up close. So it opens up and then you have the 3 palettes inside. So $74.95. When you go on their website, they will tell you how many of the item that they have available, which I thought was cool. And the shipping is pricey. I know it was like 25 bucks for shipping, but I mean, that's kind of how it is with overseas shipping. So as far as the product details, it says, subscribe to our beauty magazine and discover the latest trend. We are taking you on a trip to Africa, from exploring ancient Egypt, mummies, kings, queens, and gods, to the coast of West Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, to the east, discovering Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya through Mozambique, Botswana, and ending our journey in South Africa. Explore the wonders and mysteries of this wonderful continent and be left in awe. Join us on this journey. Welcome to Africa. So there are 3 palettes, as I said, and the palettes are Roots, Tribes, and African Queen. Unfortunately, some of these shadows were a bit soft, and they were some of them were shattered, a couple of them. And I mean, it's no fault to the brand. I just think the box that the palettes were in, the box just may have been too big, and I think that this may have just had too much wiggle room. It came in this beautiful bag with this beautiful print. Yeah, I can use that for something else. So yeah, the shades that were shattered, I just pressed back in. Now my mom did make me a rock for this. I haven't asked her to make me a rock in a while because, you know, I just really like them for special things, and lately I haven't been doing a whole lot of like new, but I really wanted a rock for this one, so I will pop some pictures up. So here's the Roots palette. Now these 3 palettes are 6 pans. Now these are pressed pigments, and it says, when roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Now I just want to be really careful, and you'll see what I mean about the shades that shattered. But here is the palette. Now these are not glitters, but they are those wet, shimmery, foiled shades. Here's the Tribes palette. I love the design and the artwork on these palettes. Now this palette came in one piece. It doesn't have those wet shimmers, so I think those were a little difficult, you know, to transport. But this one was fine. Oh, let me see if it said anything. No message on this one. And last we have the African Queen palette. That's this one here. Look how gorgeous that is. And this one says, know thyself, you came from a long line of strength, honor, beauty, and intellect. And again, there were a couple shades that were shattered. This one actually, it was almost like there wasn't enough of the shadow in the pan. So I honestly pressed it with a really similar shade just to fill it up, because it was just moving around too much. So again, I do think that that happened in transport, and you know, it happens. So I'm not like, oh my God. All right, y'all, I'm excited. So let's start with Roots. I'm just gonna swatch these as we go today, because these look really special. So we have Jacolo. Look at this, y'all. This shade is called Gwirwal. And again, pronunciation might be a little off. Wow. That is gorgeous. I might have to look some of these up because...
Jeez.
Wasn't gonna say that. Jeez. This is like a black, so we're gonna go over that a little bit. Next we have Aso Oki. Beautiful blue. Woo. We have another one of those wet foils. It is Lobola. And last we have Kente. Nice little mustard yellow. I think that color story is really interesting, and I don't have anything like it, and it just looks so royal. What do y'all think? Doesn't it look royal? Royal. All right, y'all, going into the Tribes palette. All right, the first shade is Ancestors. Next we have Himba. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ooh. We have Zulu, Maasai, Ashanti, and last we have Tribe. Oh, look at that, y'all. So here's the Tribes palette. These shimmers look really promising, y'all. All right, y'all, last we have African Queen. Remember, that's this one here.
Wait, is dessert time?
What?
It's dessert time?
If you want it to be.
No, is it?
It can be.
No, I just want to see if it.
Yeah, if you're ready. But it's not like once you're on the dessert train and have dessert, like that's it. It's not like you get a second dessert or extra snacks. What are you getting? I know what you're getting. I mean, it's not even a lot in here. Just take the rest. You know what? Truth be told, I'd be so happy like when the snacks run out, like, cause then it's like he knows like that's the end. Cause otherwise, like he's been asking me 50 Starbursts literally all day. His teacher came over earlier and I was like, you can use these as a reward for him. So she told him he could have 4. He was so mad he wouldn't take any. Like it was either like he wanted a whole bag because he was not taking no measly 4. All right, let me get back to it. African Queen. The first shade is Sheba. Ooh, then we have the shade Ya. Ya. Oh my God, look at, I can't. We have Cleopatra. We have Mandy. Nefertiti. Ooh. I can't. And remember, this is the shade I told you I kind of fooled with a little bit. This is Moremi. And this is that, another one of those real wet ones. These are so pretty, y'all. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited to try out these palettes. Let me know in the comments which color store you like the best. I know that this one, the blue and gold one, this one is sold out. Why are you calling somebody at, oh, it's only 8:41. No, it's not 12 a.m. Okay, but you can't call Riley and talk to her in here. Please. I know that this one is sold out on the website. So let's get into some looks. I'm gonna do 2 looks with each palette, just one on each eye, just so we can, I don't know, just really play and like see what these palettes have to give. And I think it's gonna be a lot. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get this show on the road. As usual, I have on my Glam Light Icing Powder in the shade, primer in the shade Buttercream. Now I also have my Glam Glue from the Glam Shop because I know I'm gonna need that. And I am starting with the Roots palette. I'm not gonna keep holding it up because I'm scared. I'm gonna go into the shade Kente, which is this matte yellow, and putting that in the transition area. I'm gonna bring it pretty high up, and I'm not gonna focus like over here. Actually, that is pretty much all I need. Well, that's that. Gonna grab another fluffy brush and I'm gonna go into this shade. Dang, I forgot how to say it that fast. Ajis. And I'm gonna focus this on the outer corner, and I really want it to blend with the yellow, so that's why I'm still using a fluffy brush. And this is blending out really nicely. I'm just trying to drag it over so it merges a little bit. Now we're gonna get the Glam Glue out. So I'm just gonna place that all over the lid. I'm gonna go into the shade Greer Wall. That's this blue here. So I'm just afraid it's gonna fall out. And I am going to just really take a little bit. Like, I don't know how this is gonna do. So let us pray. I'm gonna hold my head back just a tad. Let's just do the finger application. Now, sometimes with these types of shades, it's really a good idea to kind of let them warm up. Look at that. Luckily, because this is a bit chunky, I think the pieces that fell, they just fell onto my lap. So I'm just pressing this in. These are like highly foiled. I'm just trying to let like my natural heat kind of melt this onto my lid. I want to grab All I Ever Wanted. I'm just making a mess now. And All I Ever Wanted, you know, they're these wet shades, but I feel like they're a bit smoother. So this blue shade in here it almost reminds me of closer to a pressed glitter. These shades in All I Ever Wanted, the wet shades here, it's almost like they have something in here that really hold them together, and they're a lot smoother. So when I put these on my eyes, like I don't get any anything falling off. This one in here, and just based on the fact that it shattered the way it did, to me it's closer to a pressed glitter, but it's not exactly a pressed glitter. So I don't know if that's really helping you. Yes, with the consistency. Let me see if I can just hold this up without it breaking. You see how it is? It's just a little bit of a drier formula, but it's still pretty. So, all right, let me get this boy some milk. Look at that shimmer. Oh, thank you, Marky. I love that. Okay, y'all. Now I'm gonna take the shade Jacolo, which is a matte gray, and I'm gonna put that underneath the lower lash line. And I'm gonna take the shade Lobola, which is the other glittery shade, and place a little bit of that in the inner corner. All right, just picking that up with a bit of setting spray. All right, so note to self, with this palette, might want to do your face makeup last, but the setting spray is helping. I'm just gonna drag it under here a little bit. Yeah. All right, you guys, here is look number 1. Let me know what you think. Kind of want to blend this out a little more. I feel like this is quite fancy, you know, with the, now I will say, like, this is probably not like my everyday type of shade, but it's always cool to try something different. Okay, for the second look, I'm going to start with the shade Jacolo, which is the matte gray. Placing that in the transition area using a fluffy brush, patting, then swiping. Now, I will say these mattes are super easy to blend. And again, these are pigments, so this is all I'm gonna actually need. We're gonna play around with the gold shimmer this time. So I'm gonna go in with the Glam Glue, and I think I'm still gonna need the setting spray. Do y'all see that? There's a shift in this too. I don't know if y'all see it, but it's like a blue to purple shift. All right, I'm taking my finger this time, and I'm taking some setting spray, and we're using Lobola, which is the gold. And we're gonna put that all over the lid. Oh, you know what? That's it, y'all. I don't know if y'all can tell, but
Is this an animation where you fall down? Look, 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 look.
now I feel like the setting spray is really liquefying this out. So this looks more like a foiled shimmer than a pressed glitter, whereas this one looks really glittery to me. I like this application better because it's like, look at this, y'all, and look how smooth it is now. Hold on, let me see if that works for this shade.
Mama, earbuds.
I don't know.
Mama, where's your earbuds?
I'll find them, give me a second. Oh yeah, y'all. Okay. So the setting spray with the glue and a finger press. Look at that, y'all. Let me just backtrack. The setting spray with a finger is really liquefying these shades. If you like that foiled, flaky, textured look, then just use the glitter glue. But if you want your shadows, which I do, to be smoother and less glittery looking, then I would say spray your finger or your brush with setting spray on top of putting it on top of a glue, and then look how much smoother it is. And it's more liquefied than looking like a pressed glitter. Okay, we're gonna move on. All right, y'all, so here is the look with the, you know, mascara. And I did put on a liner by JD Glow. It was a duochrome liner, so I don't even know if you can see it, but whatever. I love it. Love, love, love it. And I'm really glad that I discovered how to liquefy those foil shades a bit, because I was like, this isn't a shadow that I probably will wear like that, but with it smoothed out, definitely would wear that. It is gorgeous. They are both beautiful, and it's just rich. Don't you feel like it's rich looking? It's just royalty, okay? That's what this looks like to me, you know. All right, Eunique Beauty, let's go to the second palette, which is the Tribe palette. All right, y'all, so I'm about to show y'all these two looks that I did with the Tribe palette because my mic wasn't on, so I'm gonna have to do a voiceover. What a mess. But this is that warm neutral palette, and I think it's gonna be great for just every day. And the other thing is that there are no foiled shimmers, so you know, you're not gonna have to do all of the work. Not that I mind it, but you're not gonna have to do the work that I had to do in the last palette with this one. So let's get to the voiceover and you'll see the two looks, these ones right here. Starting with the shade Ashanti, I'm placing that in the transition area. I'm just tapping it in and then doing back and forth motions. Then I'm going into the shade Zulu, and I'm focusing that on the outer corner. Going into Himba, putting that on the main part of the lid, even though it kind of looks the same. Then I'm going into Masai, and I'm putting that on the outer corner as well as in the crease. And I'm going under the lower lash line as well. Then I'm going into the shade Ancestors and tapping that into the inner corner. And there's the look, y'all. Second look, starting with Masai in the transition area. Going into the shade Tribe, using a brush and focusing that on the outer third of the lid in the crease. And I'm just dragging it out just a little bit. And it's actually going on really nicely with the brush. I really like the shade a lot. Now going into the shade Zulu, and I'm tapping that on the main part of the lid. Now going into the shade Himba and putting that in the inner corner and a little bit under the lower lash line. And there's look number 2. All right, you guys, so sorry about that, but I hope you enjoyed those two looks. I really do like the smokiness of this look here. And that's it. All right, so next I'll be back and we'll do the African Queen palette. So look, now that my sister moved out, Marky about to take over the basement. He wants to use the basement bathroom. He wants to use the TV down there. So he is about to have a new little office. All right, so we're gonna start with the shade Cleopatra for the transition. You can take your iPad downstairs. You don't need it in the bathroom, Marky. That's looking good. And now I want to take the shade 90, and that's going to be my crease shade. Okay, did you clean up?
I'm too tired to clean up.
Sorry, excuse me?
I'm too tired.
Wait, no. You're too tired to clean up? You're too tired to just put your plate in the trash?
My legs are tired.
May you go put your plate in the trash?
My legs are tired.
My legs are tired too, and my legs are going to be real tired when dessert comes.
Okay.
Because they're going to be real tired. Like, kids these days have so many ailments. I just don't understand. That's pretty. I really like this. This is really blending nicely together and giving it some little depth. I like that. I want to go in with the same shade underneath the lower lash line. Let's see. Hopefully this brush can do that. So now August wants to go downstairs and hang out with Marky. He's like, I want to hang out with you. Marky just trying to be by himself for a minute. August got Marky doing all kinds of skits, dramatizations, reenactments. Marky is not for that. You know, Marky just be trying to chill. I just used what was left on the brush. Okay, okay. Look at now. You got eyeshadow on you. See that? You gotta chill. Go wash your hand. Don't wipe it on my bed. You gotta say wash this off. Let's go with Nefertiti on the lid. Come on, this is gonna make my video longer than 30 minutes. Come on, August. This is so much. I think maybe pressed pigments. Maybe these are the ones that, you know, make my lids look a little more textured, but this isn't too bad. And for the inner corner, we're just gonna go with the shade Sheba right here. So now Marky don't wanna go downstairs anymore because now August wants to go downstairs. August done got himself a blanket. He ready. He was trying to have a movie day. All right, so let me know what you think about this. I think it looks really pretty. Reminds me a little of something I could maybe get from the Norvina 5 palette. All right, let's move on to look number 2.
Go downstairs with him, but he didn't want me to.
I'm just gonna try diffusing this out because this is a bit deep. Get off my bike, August.
Don't put that.
So I thought you were going downstairs. I wish y'all could see August trying to be on my Peloton with just undies. This is a sight.
Do you see me go?
So just diffuse this out a little bit. I'm going to take the shade Yeah, and I'm gonna put that on the lid. Oh, I really love this color a lot. That is so pretty. I think this is my favorite shade in this palette. That's really pretty. I'm gonna take more of the shade 90 and just put it right here in the outer corner and through the crease just a little bit. Let's go with the shade Moremi, and that is gonna go in the inner corner, and I'm gonna just bring it up a little bit. I'm hoping you can see the difference in the two purples, because you can see this kind of has a blue tone to it. Just gonna bring it up some. Gonna go into the shade Cleopatra, put that under the lower lash line. I really like 6-pan palettes. Like 6 pans are just so, you know, they're just easy. Oh, my battery's about to die. I'm taking a little bit of Cleopatra up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use the blend out shade, y'all, just to soften this up. Look at me using a blend out shade. Bitch, blend it. Blend out. You just don't need 3 blend out shades, you know what I'm saying? I'm pumped, y'all, using the blend out shade. All right, here's the looks. I think this one's my favorite. I love that. I'll be right back to close this out. Okay, you guys, I am back with the final look, and I think they're both beautiful. Came out really nice. Yeah, I never go for purples, like, oh my God, purples. But when they say purple makes brown eyes like pop or stand out, I think it's really true. I really love this one though. This right here, yes, that's the business, y'all. Let's just get into some quick final thoughts. I think this is a nifty little collection. I really love the theme, the packaging, the artwork, just the concept, and then everything that Eunique Beauty stands for, and just how it's handmade, 2-women team doing every aspect of their indie brand. I love that. So I think this was a great collection. I think they make some pretty unique color stories, you know, in their brand. As far as this collection in particular, I think that the most unique palette was this Roots palette. This is that blue, gold, gray situation here. This is definitely something I can say I do not have. I do not have it. And if I was being frugal at the time, this would probably be the palette out of the 3 that I would purchase, because these palettes, I think you can find these color stories in your collection already. So I did pull out some palettes that just came to mind. So let's start with Tribe, because that was the middle one. I pulled out a couple palettes. First, I pulled out Natasha Denona Bronze. Again, now the Tribes palette is a bit brighter as far as the warms that are there. You can see that these two palettes, you know, correlate a bit. Now, again, they're not exact dupes, but I think you can achieve a similar look if you have the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. Also by Natasha Denona, I pulled out the Sunset palette. I think this is another one that you could use. You even have the matte yellow there. This is another palette that has maybe all of the shades. This is actually pretty close. And I just kind of think it's important to do this because, see, this collection, I just wanted the whole thing. I ordered this before my makeup regrets. So just saying, next time around, I probably would just get the one palette. But then at the same time with that shipping, I might have had to find something else that was unique. Because some of those Japan inspired palettes are gorgeous. I could have maybe gotten 2 or something. I don't know. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. This is Supreme Bronze by Artist Couture. Yet another palette I have not used. I see similar shades, so if you have this, you can achieve the look. As far as the African Queen palette, this one was giving me Norvina 5 vibes. A lot of us got this. I mean, this palette has all of the purples you could ever want and need and desire in life. I definitely think we have these shades, y'all. And I also pulled out Natasha Denona Lila. I got these Natasha Denona palettes. They were like 2 for 1. So just saying. But this was before my makeup regrets video. But these aren't regrets. Not my Natasha Denonas. Except Zendo. That's the only one. So here is Lila next to this 6 pan. So again, you know, you've got some very close colors there, where, you know, you can achieve just a really similar look. So these aren't a necessity, you guys. If you like the uniqueness of the collection, that's one thing. Like I said, I loved the African theme, but we have this baby though, this one's different. Now you can probably pull some singles together, but I just don't see many palettes with black, blue, gray, gold, yellow. I just don't see that. And these special shimmers, I mean, I am gonna probably have to manipulate these just a tad, just because, just have to be careful with these. Now again, this might not be your cup of tea because you might not want to work with all this, but again, don't forget the setting spray really liquefied and smoothed out the shimmers. Now, as far as the formula of the eyeshadow, I think the mattes were the highlight for me. The mattes were great. I only had to dip into them once, maybe twice. They blended really, really well. And they don't feel like creamy like Natasha Denona or anything like that, but they were great. Like, they were great. I think the shimmers were okay. They're not my favorite shimmers. I do feel like there was a little bit of texture to them, but the regular shimmers I didn't use with any type of setting spray or mixing medium or anything like that. So I'm not sure like if it would have been different. The yellow or the gold and blue foiled shimmers, they're cool, but I don't see myself reaching for them a lot just because, like I said, it's certain things I like to work for and certain things I just be like, okay, you know, but for a special occasion, I think those colors really pop and stand out. Maybe that one should have been African Queen because that one looks so royal to me. So overall, this isn't a regret at all. I'm glad to have it in my collection. I think it's different. The new me probably would have gotten the one palette, but the old me had to have them all. So, you know, we learn. I will continue to keep this one in my collection. So thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today for another episode of Mimosas and Makeup. I do hope this was therapy for you because it definitely was for me. And until I see y'all again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself, talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.